Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for another Friday expedition into the world of men? Yes, indeed. Welcome. This is the Black Table. You know my name already. It is Mazino Appeal. And every Friday, we meet here as men to discuss everything that we might have found out during the week, well, from our perspective. Of course, we are going to be making it fluid because we are, well, enjoying our company with a bit of libation. Thank you very much. I'm not alone, as usual. Today, who do we have with us? I'm going to start from my right. Of course, he's here again to put himself into trouble. Hopefully, this time again, he will be let back in. Well, there's a way he always does it, but Mr. Jean-Luc Olamide Oshofa is in the house. How you doing, man?
It's barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. You love him, you might want him, but then again, he doesn't care. Call him maybe not the Andrew Tate of Nigeria, because that would mean he'll have to be in jail.
Right
but his opinions are very strong and he is unapologetic about them. I'm talking about you, Mr. Oluwafemi is in the house here with us. Rich Uncle is what we call him nowadays.
Welcome to my show.
Rich Uncle is back in Nigeria.
Welcome to my show.
Mr. Dauda couldn't say no when we asked him to show up again after last week's edition, so he's back again in the house. Welcome, Mr. Dion. How you doing, man?
The big D is fine.
Too much info.
Everybody's coming up with one of these raunchy anecdotes or the others, but it's...
Too much info.
It's gonna be a rough night.
It's, we have a lot to talk about, guys.
Yeah.
Our main topic for today, baby mama drama. Of course, if you have been on social media, you know where this is coming from. Because why? Hey, Mr. Davido has been up about, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out again.
Ouch.
So we're talking baby mama drama today. From that angle, what you think? Who's being milked? Or who milked at the first?
Oh my.
Tell you what we're going to do, however.
That was nice.
I mean, back to back.
That was nice.
All right.
Let's take a very short break. When we get back is our quick fire number one before we get to the main topic. We will be right back after this short timeout. Stay tuned.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back. It's the Black Table. All the gentlemen here are well lubricated. Let's put it so.
Yes, we are.
Nope. I'm not talking about that kind. Not the kind. This show is starting the other way around. It's supposed to start, calm and then, graduate, but it seems to be starting on a high today. Well, in any case, welcome. We missed you the last time. You couldn't make it because of the traffic. No traffic today?
I would thank God for that.
Well,
We actually thank God for that, though.
they say putting a holiday on Wednesday and Thursday makes the Friday silent.
Very, very, very,
Friday
very
is
silent.
silent.
Very,
It's a
very
Friday,
silent.
it's a silent Friday. So, but in any case, hopefully you guys are well sustained.
No. Oh,
You haven't had your portion. Have you had your portion?
Look how I'm dressed.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a very slippery week.
Ouch.
Wow. Okay.
I was asking.
I'm rusty.
I was asking about
Okay.
ram meat. I don't know how he got
Yeah.
there.
Look at how I'm dressed. I mean, I put myself out there. With
Everybody's
also.
just firing on all four cylinders.
Saving the best till last. Listen, let's get to our quick fire number one. We have this topic out here. Something we might have discussed about from before, but this one's it's made a reoccurrence here. Think about this. Many people hardly marry the person they truly love simply because there is a criteria set by others that disqualify the person. I've always thought that, especially my generation, we started to get married because of peer pressure. Peer pressure from friends, people who are getting married. How far? I never married. I'm married. There's two incomes coming into my house now. I remember when I was working at telecoms, everybody was getting married. We're very young, and I'm like, why are you guys rushing? They're like, you don't want me your income be like this and everything. Peer pressure. So I can imagine how many of my colleagues actually, went into marriage because of that. Apart from that, there's family who have drawn up a semblance of somebody that they want you to go into a partnership with. You find out that most people who step outside of marriage will tell you that I discovered somebody after I got married. I don't know how you see this, what you think about this. We missed you, so tell us your...
No, but seriously, life happens, though. I think life happens. Like, the fact that you're married don't mean say you know feel me the love of your life. So your prayer is just that more. Miss
May I
me.
not
Miss me. Like, miss me.
You know, this thing that you just said last week, my wife asked me the question.
Like,
Wait,
is
like
it
how?
after, is it after we got married? Yeah. That you discovered the love of your life. I say you are the love of my life. You are the love of my life.
Yeah, there's a love of me like somewhere out
Not
there.
gonna make that
Why do
mistake.
women do that? Why do they always set us up?
I will handle that pressure and deal with it very
No,
well.
but funny,
What do your wives?
no, because they always need reassurance. Women always need reassurance. Like, men don't come back to check. Are we good? We are good. But women, are we good? Every day you need to reassure me that we're good, because if not, I don't know. But they always just need reassurance. How you ask me? So in the real sense, how are you supposed to answer that question, though?
Yeah, how do you
Well,
mean?
What was the expectation?
auto-response.
Was she saying that? Yeah, I fell in love with you all over again. Maybe that
See,
would have been a save.
I should write a book called Auto-Response
Narf.
for men. You should always have the answer. When a woman asks you, do I look beautiful? Auto-response, yes.
But this
Am I the best woman in your life? Auto-response, yes. Don't even bother negotiating.
the concept here that this person is telling, however, is that we have a person created for us by other people, by other concepts, by other maybe society or friends and all of that. Like, we're married, so I don't want to say we're trapped, but we are. You're not married.
You
Do you
guys are
think that?
more free than I am.
Explain,
Swear.
please.
Swear.
Wow.
You know, when you're for the world is for you.
Oh, ouch. Everybody is. You guys can't go places, man.
But I promise you, don't worry. Soon enough, I will join you guys.
Oh, hey, you will be welcome. Don't say we didn't warn you. All right, moving on real quick. People in my office think I'm sleeping with my boss. Now, hear this.
Why?
I can hear them say that they can't wait for the time his wife is going to find out and disgrace me in public. But in reality, this is where the other shoe drops. I'm sleeping with both husband and wife.
Gang.
Mostly wife. So this is a very interesting topic because of the alternate nature of people's sexual preferences currently. And people are becoming more open. Now, it's not just whether it's an individual, it's partners now going into a different alternate type of relationship with other people.
Wait, did somebody type this?
Yeah, it's a submission on Twitter. Yeah, they did. You don't think it happens. You don't know it happens.
Well, it does happen.
You haven't heard.
No, but I've always said it. No, I think I came to the world too early. Because all these things that are strange to me should not be strange now.
For real?
Like, so basically, this girl is doing your guy, madam.
And she says it's actually with the female party mostly, with the wife.
Recently, I was having a conversation with this young lady, and we were talking. And I asked a question, and then she gave me this reaction. I'm like, oh, okay, you don't have a boyfriend. And she goes like, I'm not like, oh, sorry, I meant, what about a girlfriend? She now smiled. Yeah, because...
Are you joking?
Yeah, I'm serious. And I started thinking like, okay, sorry, I started on the wrong foot.
Well, but it's like as if we don't know that these things have always been since before we were
They've
born.
always been, but...
It's just that right now
do
people
husband
are
and wife
becoming
know?
more... Huh? Yes, now.
Valid question.
They do.
So in this case...
Wait. That's the question I didn't really... Dude, is it together?
I saw a story like this one time
Yeah.
where, you know, a guy was hitting on some young girl in the office and, you know, of course, they start hitting it off and stuff. And then the man never knew the entire time that he was married to a woman who likes women. She never gave him a whiff enough for him to even suspect.
Okay.
She comes to his office one day, sees this babe, and starts to shoot at her, having no idea that her husband is
was
firing there.
So that could be
Wow.
even the same situation.
Wow.
Since they occur...
Now, here's the bad part. When the husband
No, but there cannot be a
found
bad part
out
in that situation.
that his
Bro,
wife...
like, bad
No.
part, wow.
That's what let me know that some guys, some guys know
When he
sabi play
found out,
ball.
he was pissed.
That guy is not a pep.
So what
He's
did
not
he do?
Guardiola.
did he do?
He found out, right, and he made sure the girl lost her job.
Wow, wait, hang on, but he was there too.
My own is...
So did he feel cheated on?
That's the point. Like, you're chopping and sliding. If somebody else is sliding, just hit base, man. Just keep swinging. Like, you get, why are you annoyed?
So wait, technically, are they cheating?
Oh, they're both cheating on each other with the same person.
Well, so in their books, I don't think it will be cheating, though.
I don't know. No, that's
But
a
he-
relationship.
I'm
No, in
thinking
their
about-
books, it
yeah.
won't be cheating. In their books, it won't be cheating. Like,
That's a relationship now. If they're both
Exactly.
in love with one person, then it's fine.
now you put love inside, though. There's just the trouble.
Listen, I'm
love
running
what they're
through
chopping.
all of our topics because we have a very juicy main
Oh,
topic for today.
yes.
So you guys, if you permit me, I'm just going to keep going with our topics. Quick fire number 3 here, even if it's only just a few minutes since after we started the show. We're going to go back to most of the topics we're talking about after you guys send in your comments at the end of the show. You want to use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. We've got this one here at TheBoyYum. Don't know what's so yum about him. He says, is it cheating if your man is sending money to random women? Now, while you respond, also let me know if you consider receiving money from random men as cheating too. Is it cheating if I'm giving money? I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this because I think my situation is very different. I get people solicit for arms on a regular every single day. Some of them I help, some of them I don't.
Funny enough for me, if I don't get a DM like that in a day, something's wrong somewhere.
Exactly.
Let the rich breathe.
Let them go me. Let the rich breathe. Let them go me. Ah! No, but jokes aside though. Jokes aside.
I don't see why it's cheating.
No,
in
if
any
it's
case.
cheating, then that means I'm dead though. No, but funny enough, because for me, I realize that a lot of times you can't really find out if these people really need this thing or not, or they're just
Oh
giving
yeah,
it.
exactly.
And
yeah.
then I always tell myself that, you know what, if you can bring yourself down to having to type a message and ask, it's okay. You can have it.
Because in actual sense, I don't think any man.
Any
actually
rational
wants to
person,
pay.
exactly. Any rational
No,
person.
no, no.
will
You
pay.
guys in this studio, which century are you guys in?
No,
No,
There
no,
are
but
people who live to just simply swindle.
so
and I believe that.
I found
most
out
of these
I
are
found out that
actually-
later in my life that there are people that are more, this is not their day job. Oh.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like, this is not their day
Yeah,
job.
like,
Big.
That's
Yeah.
why there's the poverty alleviation scheme for women.
Aye. Why women though?
I think, frankly,
I know they know.
if a guy is going to send money to a woman,
Okay, let me say it. It still happened to me this evening.
you send somebody money today.
No, poverty alleviation scheme.
the
strategy.
girl comes to you and says,
They'll just
you know,
use style until they take
Yeah.
money from you, and you're like, wait, did this just happen to me? I have some very dangerous women out there.
No,
I
so
swear.
but I always say this, that for me personally, you can't scam me of money.
unless you want to.
A lot of times I'm like, okay, you know what, take and go. But you cannot scam, because I'm on streets now. You don't get story where you won't bring where I never hear. You know the, like,
Let's bring it back though. So, women collecting monies from multiple men,
Yeah.
is that still considered something like? Is it?
no, I think it's disrespect to the husband, because I remember I had a conversation with my wife like 3 days ago. I was like, someone sent me a message and I'm like, I think this auntie is reaching. Like, at this point, it's reaching. Like, okay, so you're like, buy me something. Like, oh, money no day. But you're a married woman. There's a limit to how you say these things.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, okay, for me, you're a reflection of your husband as well, too. So if because if I find out that my wife is in somebody's DM saying, buy me something, like, what's your problem? Are you hungry?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that
Come
would be
on
nice.
now.
That's where I see
come
the
on.
reaching now.
Like, Jonathan, we are reaching, like, stop now. He get limits. If it's okay to say, buy me something, and the guy says, no, let it die there.
Exactly.
But if you have to keep persisting, like,
Allah.
so I'm now thinking that, okay, does your husband not do what he's supposed to do? Come on now, it's not supposed to be like that.
So for me, it's always about the mixed messages. I feel when women get men to spend so much money on them, and then the man wants them, or the men want them to put, money for hand, back for ground,
yeah.
and then they now start going like, oh, but
That was not
but
the
that
part
was
of the
not-
arrangement.
No,
I'm like,
you
no.
can't put yourself in that kind of situation and
Yeah,
then want
so-
to remove yourself when
Yeah,
it's convenient.
exactly.
No, you
So
can't. No, you can't.
a lot of women create that convenience type of relationship. They
Oh,
they
wait,
go after.
so we are saying a man can't give money without expecting back.
No, I'm not
for
saying that. I'm just
No.
saying. I'm
The
just
man
saying
can-
But
that.
you're also
I'm
saying
just
that
saying
that
that.
is an inroad.
I'm just saying that majority of women out there do this without thinking that it is wrong. They try to take from men, and when a man tries to take from them, they get upset.
So I get that now. So what I'm also asking is collecting or receiving money from men a prelude?
There's nothing wrong with collecting or receiving money.
is
But
it
if
a
you
prelude
ask,
to sex?
no, so here's the, if you ask a man for money,
You should expect
a-
that.
if you ask a man for money and he asks for sex, you shouldn't be offended.
Oh,
My point exactly.
You shouldn't be offended. No, you
So
shouldn't-
my point
you
exactly.
shouldn't be offended
Let me
because
quickly
you
drop
put
this,
yourself
yeah.
in that situation
Exactly.
in the
Let me
first
quickly,
Dear,
place.
let me quickly
what's
drop
that?
this. Do you know, before a woman asks a man for money, she knows exactly the type of man she wants to ask for money. She knows.
Yeah.
They actually study before they come to you. They know the
True
men
that,
who
true that.
ask for something in return, and they know the ones who won't. So they tend to manipulate the ones that won't a lot more than the guys who will. And they will always keep it. It's like a short list, right?
So I think the
Zeno,
reason why
I'm gonna
I get
ask for money
asked for money a
first
lot.
because I know Zeno is.
You're easy to
Zeno will
manipulate.
give.
No, I'll give, but I will not request for
No, so here's
sex.
the
What
thing.
you're
That's the
saying.
point, right?
Okay,
So,
so let
they'll
me
go
make-
to you
let me
first. If it doesn't work, then they're like, man, that means I have to talk to this
So
guy.
guess what? One day I was watching your stories and I was like, this is why people ask me for money. Your story.
Oh, my
No,
story.
one of your posts, it was you and your daughter. I'm like, ah.
What were we
Like, yeah,
doing?
they go calm.
What were we
Because
doing?
even me, I was like, this guy not soft targets.
He's a softy, man.
I'm like,
Family guy. Family guy.
He's a softy, man.
Family guys are
I get
target.
what you're saying.
that day, I'm like,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
this is why they asked me for money.
Let me-
Like, because it was just him having a nice time with his daughter. I'm like, soft
See
target.
that?
And since that day, that guy.
It just
that
goes
guy,
like,
that guy,
They go like, oh.
Once you
start
smile,
straight.
once you smile a lot,
I was like,
once you show affection, you're a
for
target.
me, I swear to God, it was like they pulled the wool over my like, no, like yeah, they go calm, like because I was just like, if I be person, I'm like, bro, man, man, God, I like your family and all, God bless you, but man, I need, like, it was too like everything was just like, just ask,
Just
just
slide
ask,
in.
just
Lesson,
ask,
man. Lesson for you.
just ask.
And now they go calm.
I have a challenge for you, Zeno. I have a
I'm like,
challenge for you. For the next, obviously you're an actor. For the next 3 months, I want you to be as stern as possible. Do what you're meant to do. Every single task you have, shut it down. But be stern. Don't
Toward
make
who
yourself
now?
as approachable as you usually would.
I thought that was
And
me
watch-
every day of the week.
Watch the way.
Your,
I'm telling you.
your colleagues say that's the way I am. Do I need to
You
do
are
anything else?
approachable.
I am?
Make yourself seem
wait, I don't know, wait, hold on,
non-approachable.
hold on. You think you're unapproachable?
Well, on TV I'm approachable. Off of TV I know I'm.
Nah, man, guys,
so
that's
let
not
me
nice.
tell you.
When you get
Let me
back
tell
home,
you
when
what
you get-
most
when you
people
get
might
back
not
home,
tell
when you
you.
get back home, watch that post again. I swear to God, that post says.
Oh, that's my
come
daughter
on,
now.
It says, come on, exactly. That's the
Basil,
problem.
let me tell you what you don't
You
know.
are happy.
Yeah,
How
buy
can you be
one,
happy?
get 10 free. You're a bonanza.
How is this?
No,
You
but
know what?
you
You know what?
How can
You know
you
what?
be happy? Like in this ad economy.
Exactly.
You and your daughter, they
Zeno
say,
is the kind of guy. Zeno is the kind of guy a babe will call to ask for money,
bro.
right? He might not pick that call at that time because he's busy. He'll
you
call her back.
Yes. Because you don't like to disrespect people.
Hey,
I will
how you
always
doing?
return the
I saw
call.
your call earlier.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Error.
Exactly.
Error.
So
At the
don't-
moment
so-
you ask that question,
Don't exhibit your.
how are you?
I am not
So don't show affection on social media. Don't call back missed calls.
No, so
I'm
that
learning.
that
I'm
means calls on. Is a rule of life.
Take pictures of your watches and post them. Take pictures of your shoes and post them. Flaunt it. Yeah, let them want to come.
right.
Like, okay,
All right,
this
all
guy
right.
can obviously give me some cash.
All right.
Then when they come and say anything, be like, excuse me, I'm busy.
Squeeze me. All right, let's move on now to our fourth quick fire topic here. We spent so much time on that one, but very interesting that. Now, this is what women mean when they say they cheated by mistake. It's a series
lie.
of.
lie.
By mistake.
I know they.
There is this young guy that usually comes to buy things from me. I don't know if he packed into the neighborhood newly because he spends almost all his day in my shop. I asked him about his work and he said he works from home. Due to this, I became fond of him. I was surprised when he asked for my number. Why is it? And I willingly gave it to him, and I really don't know what stopped me from telling him I was married.
Oh.
Along the line, we started chatting and calling, but of this none of this crossed the normal casual greetings. We were talking one morning, and I asked if he has eaten. He said no,
Not so.
and I asked why. Then he told me he just doesn't know what to cook. Then I told him I will come over because I was about making breakfast. My shop is just at the front of my house. He came and we started kissing. I don't even know how it has happened, and we started kissing and romancing. On the process, while in the process, my husband walked in on us,
Washuri.
kissing in the sitting room.
Wow.
That was the most embarrassing. Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
That's all.
Embarrassed.
The embarrassment you're concerned about. Okay. He went to our bedroom, took what he came for, and left, uttering nothing. Over 5 months now, my husband stopped eating my food and having sex with me. I have seen him crying secretly.
He was crying.
He's been crying secretly.
Sorry,
They're
lady.
still living in the same
Cam,
house,
Can
though.
you zoom on my face?
They're still
See
living
that
in the
lady's
same
husband?
house.
He's a B.
I'm going to let us take a very short break here so that you guys can ruminate on what you're about to say.
I'm so sad for the guy.
I know, I'm going to let it breathe. Let's take a very
I'm
short
not sad for
time
him.
out.
He deserves it.
When we get back, we're going to sink our teeth into that story because if she's still living in that house and the man is kind of... you better start watching How to Get Away with Murder so that you know from what direction you might be coming. Let's do a break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
All right, welcome back. If you heard our story from before, we talked about the lady who got involved with a young man who just moved into the neighborhood only to have her husband walking on them kissing inside of the living room. He has been very quiet since then and has also been, well, very tacit. You know, tacit, crying in private and all of that. They're still living in the same house, it would seem. I don't know. You've had time to think. Olamide, what do you think about the situation here?
So I'm just going to say this. I think more women out there are stepping out on their partners. And the fact that she's making it seem like it's a mistake is bull crap.
She tripped, fell into some...
Yeah, she was going to do it.
Yeah, it was intentional.
But she
had
got
a process.
caught.
Yeah.
And that's just the only difference. She got caught. She was going to do it. It wasn't a matter of whether it happens or not. The only person I feel for is the man who reacted the wrong way.
Who now?
So
The young man or the husband?
the husband now.
He reacted the wrong way. How should he have reacted? Kill person.
No. I mean, first things first, yeah?
If somebody steps out on you, it means they step out on you. They don't want you. They don't,
See,
it's not
let
even
me
that.
put it this way.
If he's crying,
If you
perhaps,
do it for me, I will not, I will not cry.
You wouldn't.
Me too, I will do my own in front of you. I will do it right back so you know how it hurts. I will do it.
Ooh.
I just remembered
I'll
something.
look for the finest neighbor in the neighborhood.
I just remembered something that Rich Uncle said one time. He said, one of the only things he'll ever cry over is the passing of maybe his parent, right? But aside that, ain't nobody gonna see him cry. And you see that? I live and I die by that. You will never see me shed tears for such. I walk into my house, see my woman.
It's the disrespect that it's actually being done inside of your
I
house.
mean,
that
like,
actually
no
really gets
fear.
me.
Oh, you're telling me
is
that's a mistake?
Absolutely disrespectful.
In my house, you're kissing some dude. Okay, first off, you have mind. Like you have liver.
What were you guys gonna do it on the matrimonial bed?
No,
the
this is my
matrimonial
bedroom, my
sofa.
couch, now,
So
no, but
if
not
I'm
threesome.
that girl, though, I'll move out of the house. Oh.
Like I do now, she's still
Because-
How are
in
you
the
still in
same
the
house.
same
How
house
is
with the
it
man
the
who's
same
quiet?
house?
The guy who's plotting
She
your
loves the man she's married
banishment.
to.
No, but the reality is, you know that something is wrong. Like I don't.
Exactly.
So me, I'm
And you know
very
what you've
rational.
done.
I'm a rational being. I like okay. If I don't, I
Offend.
know what to. So in this, imagine say then catch you for you come.
Exactly. You don't have to say it all, but
Don't
we
be
know.
stupid. Don't be stupid. And they go serve you food. You gone. I can't get
If it was a woman that caught a guy in that situation,
There's a difference.
she won't cry.
What would she do?
At least not in front of him. Rather, she would make such a scene there
Of
and
course,
then
yeah.
to let him understand she's upset.
Yeah.
She will play the silent game
Exactly.
to cook the wickedness she wants to cook in her mind.
No, but honestly though, I don't know how she's still living in the house.
She
Like, I
knows
can't,
the man
like,
she's married to. Her husband is a big.
True,
Do you
So
know whether this guy
I think in the first place for the attraction between herself and the young neighbor
yeah.
to get to the stage that it got to, she knew that she could get away with it.
It could have been a mistake actually.
How is it a mistake when
but
it
she
takes
knows she
was
could get
not
away
knowing
with
day
the
it.
one,
husband
day
will
two,
come.
day
No,
three,
so the thing about
week,
the thing
week
about
number
the thing
4?
about life and the way it happens, sometimes your brain will tell you that, bro. But sometimes that your brain weak. Your body is strong. It carries like yours. Just like and then okay, so a lot of things could be at play. Normal young girl, marriage has gotten to that point where it's now an
plateauing.
autopilot.
Yeah.
And then she feels like, oh, I'm
Spice
just
it up.
and then one normal guy, one random correct old boy just boy like me, Sha. As a normal
His name
person,
is John.
it's okay. It's okay for that to happen. But somewhere along the line, you're supposed to be like, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? But She just went full throttle.
Yeah.
And then the husband catch, madam. Now me go pack my load. Now me, no, because what are you waiting? What are you waiting for?
Exactly.
Because you wake up in the middle of the night and you're checking the guy, and the guy is looking at you like,
I know, you wake up and it's just there like this.
no.
Like,
come on,
Really,
like, don't-
really
don't-
crazy.
Wow,
Don't do that.
wow,
Don't do that.
wow, crazy. Hey, listen, we've got 15 minutes for our final topic, our main topic for today. It's baby mama drama.
Drum roll.
Drum roll indeed. This is needed. Please, everybody, tell Anita that I'm no longer doing anymore. We heard that in his lyric for Assurance, which was, well, how many years ago?
Tell
A
Anita
couple
make
of
she
years
go
now.
A couple of
far
years
away.
ago. It's been a couple of years since he made that.
Yeah.
So,
Assurance.
Davido's gotten himself in a bit of a pickle.
And I like that guy, though.
And I'm a Davido fan,
He's a
not
fun
a
guy,
Wizkid.
yeah.
So over the past 1 week, a number of women have come out to tell that they were either pregnant for him or are currently still pregnant. I think at the moment there's a French chick and an American chick.
Yeah.
American chick goes by the name Anita.
Anita.
It's been the most
Anita.
Googled name or Googled video people have been Googling or looking for in different places. Apparently, Anita and Davido had been having coital relationships for a very long time since that track. And she only just revealed last week that she is pregnant for Davido. To which another French lady said, oh, I was pregnant for him, or I'm currently still pregnant, and you're doing too much. Chill out, American. This is how we French people do it. We just take our time and we just,
La la.
Anita, on the other hand, we as Nigerians have done what we know how to do best. Let's dig her past. And certain revelations have come forth. One has revealed that she is not, like she said, a businesswoman, or maybe she is, but of a different kind of business.
Yeah.
Some
Bodily
Mia
fluid
Khalifa, how do I even know that name?
Come on. Every grown man knows what Mia Khalifa
I don't know Mia
She's a
Khalifa.
news reporter, actually.
You said it.
She's a news reporter.
She's now a news reporter, so yes.
That's what I
From
know.
The sports
from the
broadcaster.
broadcast
Only Khalifa, I know
industry.
that much Khalifa. I don't know what
plays the
he's
ball.
talking about. The only
Anita
Khalifa I know.
apparently had a career in not just boudoir.
Don't say it as it is.
Well, she's got an OnlyFans page, much more than
Straight up,
that. She's
straight up,
actually
straight
a
up.
Very active.
very, very sexually active person online and very free with it. How did Davido get himself inside of that kind of a mess with that kind of a person who's pregnant for you now and telling the entire world? In fact, I think she's got bookings for Nigeria.
My problem. So the
She's coming to
question I
Nigeria
just
for
want-
interviews.
said she's coming.
She said she's
No, but my
coming.
question is, what is the end game?
I think she's just
For her?
she's just looking for
Fame.
clout.
For somebody who had an OnlyFans page woo is ready to expose
Yeah.
all of her body, I mean, you can only imagine the amount of
And
what
guess
the
what?
spotlight
The
is
traffic
doing
she
to
would
her.
have gotten on social media.
Yeah,
platforms
exactly. It's
over the last
intoxicating. The
1 week would
dopamine,
have
ding,
been
ding, ding.
Crazy, because everybody wants to know what this lady is, and because she's selling another type of market.
Exactly.
People
See what
that
that
want
does
to
for
go
her.
into that.
So,
go check it out.
On this particular one, I'm like David, and I love that boy with all of my heart because, for me, I feel like once you are rich, everybody hates you, and the guy is a rich kid. So already, for him to now, I don't know how he managed to do it to turn all of that around and people like you, then this.
There's the argument that he was grieving while he was finding the straightest line between two women.
What
So,
if-
But then,
you
but-
grieve in the arms of a woman.
Standard.
so
Standard.
somebody
That's
actually
standard.
put this up on Twitter that while we, his fans, were mourning the death of his son, he was moaning.
No. So, but generally, people deal with grief in different ways. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not even good. For me, like, I'm just like David. You should know better now. As in-
But me, I have,
You don't think
another,
that
I
he
have
was-
another angle to this thing, though. And what I want to say is this: at this point in time, I feel that Davido is the victim, and I'm going to say it for what it is. Yes, you all might not agree. I think
That's-
that a lot of women take advantage of certain type of men, and
Yes,
it's
yes,
that
I know.
simple. He's rich, he's successful, he's famous, he has it all.
But
And
bro, wear strap now.
so that's the thing. That's the
David
thing.
don't like to
Wait,
strap.
outside of wearing straps or whatever, they're contraceptives. There are women who would do this skin to skin and then take care of it. And I feel that in today's world, any woman who comes out and says, "Oh, I'm pregnant for a star," it's a setup.
No, but you as a star, you already know you have a big target on you. Like
Yes, but the women
How
also
are
know
you
the kind of
falling
person he
for
is.
this kind of-
So the
David
thing is
already
this.
said it in his song. Then go feel it.
They go-
Then go hold it.
No, but Baba, I don't have a fraction of the kind of money David has.
Yeah.
And I know, and I'm not even playing. Like, there are some things I know that now I'm not going to play in this. I'm not going to play on this level.
Yeah.
Because come on, I know what you want.
Yeah.
On a normal day,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't be.
So we're not worried about the
Exactly.
choice of person he chose to sleep around
No,
with,
no,
are
it's not
we?
really about the choice for me. I just feel that a lot of people like Davido get entrapped into situations like
You're already
this.
It's
working
definitely
target.
an
Protect
entrapment.
yourself.
But
Yes,
You're already
but
working
the thing
target.
is,
Protect
the thing is
yourself,
this.
though.
Hey, I'm going to say this, man. Men are weak, and that's why men will always be victims. It's that simple. If all these girls will get pregnant by
If David was weak, if David was as weak as you claim he is, he'll be getting them pregnant like this.
so that
I've got this earpiece in my ear, and everybody in the control room just went exactly. All the men in the control room
yeah,
exactly.
men are weak, and I'm saying David is the victim in this situation. And why am I saying that? I'm saying it because
I do agree with you.
I'm
because
saying
I
it
feel
because-
like this girl is doing too much. You know,
Of course she's doing
like,
too much.
what was
Her
all this
counterpart
now?
has told us
because
she's
when
doing
you
too much.
really look at the situation, all
Yeah.
these women coming out, they have nothing to lose. They have a lot to gain. You understand? And it's always like that. There are a lot of married men today that they step out on their wives because that isn't the woman they want to get married to.
Yeah,
this
going
woman,
back to our very first topic, they found the love of their life after.
So is that what is? Are you saying that's what happening with David? Right
I'm
now?
saying with David, yes, it was reckless.
So are you saying that?
He's been
Are you
reckless.
saying
So
that?
I feel like-
However,
Wait,
I
I
feel
think I see what Olamide is saying. You're saying that we have constructed, we've constructed a life for Davido, and we don't want to see him outside of that bubble. And in that life, it is Chioma. So are you saying that he's being pressured to marry Chioma because of
I don't
us?
think so.
Oh, no, that's not
what
what I'm
you're
saying.
saying.
That's not
When
what
you
I'm
guys
saying.
are done with this back and forth, I'm going to give you an
Yeah,
answer.
I think David, honestly, is a normal Omo boy. Marry the
My
correct.
point exactly.
Marry the correct girl.
The girl he wants.
But so that one bad.
The streets. The streets.
Why?
The streets.
Any man with the kind of means that boy has right now will do exactly
What
the
he
same
has
thing.
done.
Marry a girl that, okay, you know what? If I have a kid by this one, no
Fine.
stress.
We're good. This is my
But
number
you see
one.
the streets.
The streets.
I'm gonna deal with you.
Let me give you guys a little
Deal.
breakdown.
The streets.
Right. First off, I'm going to like shoot a little far back. Before David came to Nigeria, I had a couple of stories as per how he came. You know, took some money, ran down here to face the music and everything. After meeting with Don Jazzy, them abroad, and saying, "Guy, come to Nigeria." And all that when I was younger. For a kid at that age to say, "This is what I don't want to do in my life,"
Yeah.
it already helps you see that this guy has envisioned exactly
life.
who he wants to be,
Exactly.
right? He wanted to be a superstar.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had already started club activations over there, so the life was not new to him, right? There comes Chioma in his life, you know, in uni and everything. You fall for a babe. Falling in love is not a crime, man. We're men.
Yeah.
We can't help it. Like Olamide said, we're weak sometimes.
I didn't say sometimes. All the time.
Me, I'm saying sometimes, because I'm strong other times.
We can all imagine, but let's leave that.
David now obviously hits the mark. He's a superstar, right? Like I said, he knows the life he wants to live. He is not apologetic about it. He's traveling, he's doing tours, shows. He will find some sort of solace in women. Let's be honest. David, and I'm saying it could be different
saying you can't
for
be a
some people.
superstar and
But I
be-
feel David's problem is
So
psychological.
let's be honest. You can't have the level of success David have, and
And
you
not
expect
get
him to
that.
be monogamous. It's not possible.
It's
It's
that's
unrealistic.
You're already fueling.
It's
You're fueling
unrealistic. Let's
the
be- it's
raw
unreal-
man in him
The
when you have money.
So guess what? David has women that want him that he doesn't even know that this girl my level.
And they can die for him.
They will die for. So we all think we have moral. It's because we are on this level. Like there are women that know David and they know him and they've never
So
met him.
the
before.
thing
money
is,
corrupts.
let me tell you
Absolutely.
guys
Absolutely.
what the only thing that is wrong
David
with this
is
whole
not the
thing.
only rich
Yeah.
kid. His father has other kids now.
Yes, now.
They're not misbehaving
You
now.
know the thing is
Fame
this.
is a problem.
The only
So
the
do you
only
think
the only
David is slowly becoming his dad?
no.
No,
The only
no,
bad
I
thing
feel
here.
like-
The only
Bro.
bad thing here is that they're pregnant women in play.
Okay, so does
So,
the pregnancy
I'm saying-
make? Is it because these people are pregnant that is why this dynamic is changing. If they were not pregnant, is it okay
The
for him
thing
to
is this:
continue
there are
knocking?
many celebrities down, out there.
That
I
have
just
been
want to
caught.
know.
That
me
haven't got
personally,
he has
I
one
want to know how Bona
boy
is
in the
doing.
industry.
I want to know how Bona is doing it.
How?
He's
Oh,
Odogu.
you mean he's still out
How
He is
only
the
time- no,
African
the only time I-
giant.
the only time I had something like this was one random girl and they killed that one immediately. Like they died the situation. But I want to know how Bona is doing it because I know the kind of.
there? But he's not married.
pressure.
He's not married. I think in this case, it's the fact that David is actually married.
I think Chioma knows the kind of person she
know,
married.
Exactly
yeah.
my point.
You know the kind of
And
person you married.
I mean, David has had children by other women
True.
Before he even married
before
her.
getting married to her.
So let's be
and that's
realistic.
why I'm saying that I think the women are trying to trap him because
That goes without saying at this point.
No, but everybody wants a piece of
they're
David.
going to trap him. Like
Everybody
it's
wants
like,
a piece of
okay, you know
David.
what? This guy is rich, famous,
Superstar.
you know,
You're right,
superstar.
So now
I
all of a
have
sudden-
to do this.
Two-Face is looking pretty good then.
Oh no. Two-Face's case is different. Two-Face's case is different.
How is it?
So
It's the same.
David married one woman, helps the world know that, listen, my love, everything belongs to this woman, even though he's, slipping and dropping seeds here and there. Two-Face obviously loves Annie, right? But how many times do we honestly hear him speak up about this? Most of the time, it's Annie who does the confessions and stuff, the
That's
posting and all that.
You know, publicly.
So that's what I always say this, like, until you're in it, if you're not there, you don't know what
You don't know what's
dynamic
going
is
on.
with them.
Exactly.
So, for example, Two-Face can be the most loving guy to Annie. All of what we see is the Two-Face that we see.
Exactly.
The Two-Face she sees is a
different
person
person, yeah.
entirely. And that is the reason why, regardless of whatever is happening,
She's there.
she's right there with him because she knows that, look, the one way that they see different from waiting at the see. So yesterday, my wife was like, man, how is Chioma coping? And I'm like, she knows the guy she married, number one.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that David has a heart of gold.
Yeah.
You have to be the greatest hater in the world to hate David.
Yeah, true. I agree.
And when you are somebody like David, you take a lot of things for granted.
Exactly.
So if I'm in David's shoes, I'll probably be worse. And this is me being honest. Like, I think the boy is trying. Because normally, if not me get the kind of money and access that David has,
I wanted to add another thing into the dynamic here.
Very
In some
close.
of the communication that went between him and the French lady or other ladies, and also him and Anita, it would seem that while after he lost his child was one of those moments when he was having these communications, and he would often go back to refer to the fact that I'm grieving.
So that is why I'm saying that.
You know, so was this a coping mechanism for him at the time of loss?
I don't want to say it was a
could have
coping
been, it could have
mechanism. I'm not going to say that. However, I feel that when a man is going through something and, is trying to, lash out at the world and all that, if those women were really there for the right reasons, they should know better that that's not the time to have him committing to certain
People deal
things.
with grief in different ways.
You understand?
So
And
they shouldn't have given in to him at that time.
they
should
shouldn't
let
have.
him walk
And the fact that Anita was saying that she didn't know he was
married,
married
that's
was
bullcrap.
just
Oh,
bullcrap.
actually,
Because the thing is this, that means that if you're going to get pregnant for every single guy that comes up to you because he's rich and famous and you don't know his background, then you are a skank. Simple.
Anita knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. She's feeding
I
off
frankly
of this.
feel she's not pregnant. I feel she is going to juice the
That's an
hell out of this because she has this one shot at life to never be on OnlyFans again. She will be made.
So I'm not going to lie to you. I swear to God in heaven, I pray for her that she's pregnant and that the kid is David's kid. Because if not, if I be David, I'd rather go prison.
No, see, I promise you, David won't do anything. David will leave her. This is how it
has
this
he
is how
even
it will
said
play.
anything since?
If
Yeah.
this girl is not pregnant, at the end of the day, she's going to come out at some point and say, you know what, this mental stress caused a miscarriage. I have lost this man's child. Now the world is going to be against me. She will play the victim so well, we will see that narrative and just eat it up. Right? That's if she's not pregnant too. If she is still, I totally agree with you, Olamide. She took advantage of this guy. She wouldn't have kept the pregnancy if he was a bum.
No, but she's thinking of the future.
Exactly.
Though. What kind of relationship do you want David to have with that child? Like, that you dragged him
She
to?
doesn't care about that as long as
What
he's
child?
playing
Child?
chess.
Anita's child?
Yeah.
Did you see one of her posts where she
yeah.
said David paid for her teeth,
Yeah.
paid for her body,
Yeah.
30K in your teeth. A man can give you $30,000 for your teeth. I will choose him.
Oh, I love David with all of my
I will
heart.
choose him.
That boy has a heart of gold.
You guys like,
And people take
Anita,
advantage
your
of him.
smile is ugly. I'm gonna give you 30K to fix it up.
Is this
Don't
gonna
bring
affect his
up
music?
Lagos condo
Is this
out.
gonna affect his music in any way? Do you think?
I don't
International?
think
David
so.
streams have gone up, by the way.
So guys,
They've gone up.
So
Yes.
all he has to do is now just drop one other music of No Be Me.
Yeah.
No, be me. Oh,
No Be Me.
Yeah.
no,
Remember
no.
Michael
He
Jackson?
recently made a post.
You know.
I think he's going to perform. I can't remember where exactly, but he dropped a post. And in my mind, I'm like, this entire time this thing's been going on, David hasn't said
anything about it. He hasn't said
Boy,
anything
so
about it.
Not one thing.
But one thing though, that boy needs a proper lawyer, not the guy that signed contracts for music deals, or like, because you have to deal with things like this.
Yeah.
You're not, If you're going to be around for a long time, these things are not going to go away.
Yeah.
There will be other women. So,
But at this point, I'm really concerned about his wife.
Yeah,
Because
we haven't heard
everyone
anything,
keeps
not
talking
even a
about
pip from her.
the
okay,
so-called
I don't
pregnant
understand.
lady.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
you be that girl, you married a guy.
which girl exactly here. Is it Anita or
No, but I'm
Chioma?
talking about
Okay.
Chioma here. So you married David. You agreed to marry David.
Yeah, knowing
had
all the things
all
that come with it.
How is this a shock?
No. So it's not supposed to be a shock to her, but she's still human.
Yeah, exactly.
And at this point in time, whether we like it or not.
No, but they've dealt with was they lost a kid.
Yeah. So
So
that's
like this,
tell you what,
when
guys.
you look at
this is
the
a
entire-
fraction
Yeah.
of the kind of trauma they went through losing a child. Like
I know,
all of this is-
but
I'm gonna let you
she
guys
can't
finish.
really,
I'm gonna let
know,
you guys finish.
she
But
can't really,
we have
like,
to take a short
pretend
break.
Like
yeah.
this doesn't happen.
Because we need to let our viewers send in their messages. We know you're typing. We can see them coming in already. You're using the hashtag, by the way, the Black Table on TVC. Remember now, that's hashtag the Black Table on TVC. You want to make sure that you're sending your messages in because in the next few minutes, we're going to be reading all of your messages. So send it in right now. Let's take a quick break. It's still the Black Table. We will be right back. Thank you very much. Thank you for your messages and thank you for coming back. Final 15 minutes or so here are dedicated to you and your messages. Thank you for bringing them in using the hashtag The Black Table on TVC. We've got this one here from @Fola. Says, hey, Mazito, you know that I lost the only girl I ever loved because my family members said that she wasn't up to our family standards. Yes, we are very rich, extremely, if I may add. My father, you're watching this show, you should come on, he goes on to say, my father is a top politician, but she, on the other hand, is from a humble home. Her father is a civil servant and her mom a teacher. I regret that I did not stand up enough. I am frustrated with the woman I finally married. It's been 7 years, and I see her pictures with her family on social media, and I currently hate my parents and barely speak to them. Don't let me bore you, he continues.
Okay, now.
Do you feel for that guy? Do you think many people, many Lagosians, Nigerians actually are in that situation? You chose the life.
Once you're in, you're in.
So I can understand him because I remember when I was with my ex, my mom and the rest of my family were not really sold on me, getting really serious.
No, but why? What was
So
it?
how many exes did you go through without
that one.
the
Like
what's
No,
it called?
just one.
Okay, probably
Like
just
one.
16,
Just-
like
just
16.
this one in
No, but
particular.
okay, so what was the reason?
So the reason was that I dated her for 8 years, and 8 years, and
You
I
dated
think,
a girl for 8 years and you
yeah,
didn't
for
marry
8
her.
years. I didn't get married to her.
What's that child you married him?
You guys are
As you dated a
siblings
girl
now.
for 8
8
years.
years, and I didn't marry
1, 2,
her.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So all through the
long
8 years,
years.
your parents did not like her.
Was
So-
this from
so-
like uni?
Why you didn't do
Yeah,
it?
from uni.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
doesn't
I did it
count.
for 8 years, and what happened was that the older we grew into the relationship, the more
you guys grew
they
apart.
started seeing things that I was not seeing.
Like,
In
eh,
fact,
no, but help
a
me,
lot of.
So
I
do you
want
think
to
that they
know, I
were
want to
right?
know.
Do you think
What?
that they were?
Of course, they were right. They were right eventually because I
Okay, give me
discovered
one
a lot
example.
of things.
Give me one example, though.
Okay, so she was sleeping around.
Ah,
She was sleeping around.
you
We
don't
kept-
you
We
don't-
kept
yeah,
her for 8 years.
yeah.
We
So-
don't-
No, but I don't.
They
I
saw
wipe
that
on
you
the-
couldn't
wipe on
see
that's why you
that
couldn't
your
say
babe then was a hoe.
No, but this is another topic.
Yeah.
So
Like how?
wait. In
How?
those 8 years, when
Yeah.
did you have time to date somebody else that one pastor slept with? If it's been, it was 8
He
years.
passes me with his wife.
You just watch
No, my
it.
wife.
Sorry.
Not my wife.
Sorry.
Not my wife.
With
No,
his
but
school
he
wife,
wasn't
his
slept
school
with
wife.
your
2 weeks
babe.
ago.
I
Like-
did therapy.
No, but seriously, no, but
I did therapy.
It's not that his game was not good, though.
Wait, he
The
passed
pastor's game was
No.
better.
Actually, it's the same person.
Don't the same
And I-
person.
It's the same person.
Ouch.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow,
You
this,
no, you don't bullet.
this,
I don't
this,
try,
this girl we're talking about, she's the 5th host of this show. she comes up on this show. We always talk about, go back to this instance.
I lie.
No, I'm
Every
serious.
time.
I'm serious.
Ouch.
So sometimes I do understand.
Ouch.
I do understand that family folks they look out for things that you might not see
No,
because
but
you're
how did you
blinded
not
by
see
it.
it though?
How did I know?
How did you not
Are
see
you
it?
so in love?
I didn't say that I was in love. I didn't say it. But by the time I discovered, oh my God.
Since the all call.
No. I'll tell you
I
guys
can
after the show.
I can bet I know what he told
I
her.
can't say those things on this show.
The
bet
last
I know
time he
what he
did,
told her.
he didn't go home.
I'm gonna put this word
I
in
wasn't
you
let
now.
in.
Dion.
Let me pray my way between.
We got more messages from you. Thank you very much. Let's not let that one take all the time. Agbenga here said, I kept my wife kissing some other... I kept or you caught? I think he's trying to say I caught my wife kissing some other dude in my house. Oh, it's a question as in me catch my wife kissing some other dude in my house. My house, the one I hustled to pay for, it's only God that will help all of us that day. As in, yeah.
No, but so, bro.
Aggression 100.
So I personally I always believe that, man. No matter how angry you are, just put a stop in it. Like just chill.
Yeah,
chill.
don't react.
If you were
Well,
to,
what's
if
the
you were
real
if you were to if you were to get out of hand and hurt a man in that situation, I think the law would actually be on your side.
I will never hurt
will
that
be.
guy.
Nobody love me.
No, the law
I
would
could
be,
always see
there's something
myself
called
as that
crime
guy.
of passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeno, let me use myself as an example. As someone who has gone through some pretty horrible experiences, I'll just congratulate the guy. Like, yo, bro.
No, you don't understand. Like,
you
Chama,
made it.
you actually got to chop
You
and
made
slide.
it. Wow.
Because as a guy, it's a G thing, right? If you chop, you chop.
Wow, you
you
made
get
it.
I can't be mad at the guy for being in that situation.
So
That's my house. My wife should protect it because technically it's her
I had,
house.
like
You know, go be my wife, shall God forbid,
you.
Hey, let's get
Embarrassing
this.
admission.
It's focus camera
So I
on
had a
him.
girl one time when I was in university, and the same guy, she told me, no, well,
Of course,
fellowship
no,
guy,
that's,
blah, blah, blah,
that's
blah.
how it happens.
Big bros.
One day she told me, I kissed the guy. Guess
Guess
what? I don't think I've recovered.
I'm
My game knows
They don't strong.
because how external forces.
Yeah. Okay, let me
infiltrate.
when I had that issue, before I met my wife finally, the last 2 years before I met my wife, I became a loose
Questioned your
ball.
game.
I didn't question my game.
What, you were just going from
I
closest
lost
line
all
between-
my morality. I was just canceling because I just felt, what's the purpose?
After investing
for
so
all
much
it's
in
worth,
such a
because I know she might be
relationship.
watching this. The girl not a good girl, though.
Which girl?
This girl that I'm talking about, like, correct. In fact, I believe that's why I said, oh, well, you know, I can't be with this. Ordinarily, going by the direction, that's the woman I probably would have married. Like, she ticks all the boxes, but one day she's just like, me and I'm like,
We got more questions. We got more responses here. Outlook.com, thank you very much once again. Says Mazino, please tell Olamide to calm down. And
I'm crying.
men are weak all the time, he says. Even when we obviously know that this is dangerous. Me, I'm not weak at all. I am.
You are weak. You are weak.
Real quick, Femi, we missed you so much. So you're giving us just a tip for tonight. Kelechi, this might be our final response here. Kelechi says, guys, in all of this, Chioma is pregnant again.
I lie now.
Chioma pregnant again?
I have no idea.
That's why
Whoa,
I said
she is.
she's pregnant.
She's pregnant. How is she?
She's
How is
pregnant.
she?
David,
Wow, he continues. How is she feeling? David messed up.
Congratulations.
No, but so I feel like,
So-
so in my own opinion.
Isn't it funny how out of all the belly we not done here now, only Chioma we not clap
No,
for?
no, but
Why not clap for the friends? Why not clap for Anita? Nah, Chioma is the clap for.
She's legally married
She's
to
legally
him,
married to him.
So here's what I think. I think David is every man, almost every man, with access that you cannot comprehend. Because in the real sense of the word, David can have almost any woman he wants right
course.
now.
He will.
On the face of the earth. Bro, you can't have that power and not use it.
Oh, you've spoken with
You
wisdom.
can't have that power.
You've
Like, you
spoken
can't have
with
that
wisdom.
power like this and not use it.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's just the tip.
Yes.
Nah.
That's
That's
the tip.
you cannot have that power and not use it. You can't.
Ooh,
Because you like,
smooth.
so you mean like Thanos now? Like I can do like this.
Hey.
And then you go disappear. You go snap.
Just
Just because.
Don't snap
Like
the
just
finger.
because. Like, oh, you want cool.
Well, my final opinion regarding this whole thing in Davido, I think, first off, yes, she is taking advantage. She will never have that
Standard.
opportunity, like you say. She'll never have this opportunity ever again, and that's why she's doing this. She's booking appointments now across the world. Davido is a huge international star, not just one out of Africa, but for the entire world. So, I mean, I just feel sad for Chioma, who currently, like we just noted, is pregnant. Davido should have been a bit more careful, especially the fact that you're a married man. And if you're out there, if you cannot stick or be loyal, then please use prophylactics. at
Okay.
least.
No, but
Can I say something
give a
quickly?
final
Real quick,
advice?
because we got to
Can
go.
I give a final
Yes,
advice?
please.
Now, this goes out to all you guys that you feel because you've impregnated a girl, you need to, seal things and get married.
No, you don't.
Don't be by force.
No, you don't.
You don't
No,
have
you
to
don't.
do
You
it,
don't.
though.
You-
You
Dion,
don't have
what
to
were we
do
gonna
it.
say
That's
real
what
quick?
I'm going to say.
So, number one, strap up. If it doesn't feel as good when you strap up, don't shoot inside. Don't shoot inside.
For me, David, I love you with all of my heart. Because I know that guy swam against ocean current to get to where he is.
True.
Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Just don't blow it.
It's been
Because
quite.
people love him.
Yeah.
They love him.
This is true. Quite an evening it's been. I want to say thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Femi, for coming over. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for that tip. Congratulations, you did not get into trouble today. Just on the brink of it.
Hopefully.
Mr. Dion, thank you for always making it when we can't get gang. It's not that you're a substitute, it's just
But
that
where's
you
Gang,
are.
though?
Gang is in well, last I checked, it was in Abuja.
Gang is
friends,
getting gang banged.
He's,
Out! Out! Ah! No, take. Gang, you have 3 days to respond. 3 days.
and on that bombshell, I would like to say thank you for being a part of this show here for this evening. Join us again next week on Friday when we get to do it all over again. Of course, you know what I always end with. Thank you, good night, or is it good morning?